Well, good morning. We are wandering around the beautiful city of Budapest, Hungary. And today we're down in the area known as Liberty Square. Liberty Square has some of the most beautiful places to see in this city. It's also a place that's alive with restaurants and cafes. There's a lot to do here. Today is kind of a holiday. It's not too crowded, just a few people, but I'm also pretty early and it's chilly too. I am really enjoying my time here in Hungary. What a beautiful city. The architecture here is spectacular and I'm loving the food as well. We're gonna have a good conversation during this video. I'm gonna talk about how I prepared for this European travel. Different areas, like what I put on my checklist to make sure that I brought for this European travel and how it turned out. Did I use the stuff that I brought? We're also going to just have a great meal and enjoy ourselves as we wander around this incredibly beautiful city. I am really enjoying Hungary. I recommend that you put it on your list if you're coming to visit Europe. You will be happy that you did. We've got a lot to talk about and a lot of beautiful Budapest to see. Let's get going. The Liberty Square area is where I enjoyed most of my day, but I'm also taking you down by the Danube River. We're going to walk that beautiful walkway that goes on for several kilometers. You can really make a whole day out of the Danube because some people cross over the bridge and go to the other side and spend the day over on Castle Hill, which I think we're going to try and get to while I'm here in Hungary. There's so much to do. There's so many different places to choose. And the architecture, the culture here is just beautiful. The people are friendly. The prices, well, you have to remember I am in a touristy area. So I'm paying a little bit more than what generally you would pay if you were just kind of going, in a smaller town somewhere in Hungary. I'm paying for it, let's be honest. But I'm paying about $20 for meals. I am absolutely loving it. I'm enjoying myself. And I don't worry about it. Let's talk about what I did to prepare for this trip coming here to Europe, like a checklist. First of all, I exchanged about $500 of worth to get euro, and it's about 1-for-1 right now. So I got about 500 euro. I haven't used hardly any of it. Nobody wants to mess with euro. Everybody wants to use card, including street vendors. Every restaurant, cafe, street vendor, they all want card, okay? Second, my ATM card that I use, it's from an online bank and it does not have overseas transaction fees. My Visa card, no overseas transaction fees. So all of my financing as far as using cards is no different than if I was back in the States. No extra fees whatsoever. I love it. There's no transaction fees for using different currencies when I'm traveling. That's the way my Visa card is. It's the best way to go. I really suggest that before you do traveling like this, you set all that up. What about things to protect my skin? Because I am over here in the cold. Well, I am using every day a lotion against the sun because you will still get sunburnt even with the cloud cover, and also to moisturize my skin in this dry weather. I'm using Bliss Tech for my lips every day, and I am also carrying around, in fact I'll show you, let me pull it out of my pocket here. I'm carrying around a small umbrella because at any time this can change into a rain situation. It's just good to have that protection. This is the Hungarian Parliament, and I just enjoyed it. I walked all the way around it. Behind the Parliament is where we walk down to begin the walk of the Danube River. So we're making good time today. It's very nice out. It's a little bit cold, but not too bad. No rain, just a little cloud cover. And we even have time to stop and maybe grab ourselves a bite to eat before we walk along the Danube. If you are planning travel this year, look at the first link in my description to find information on travel healthcare. let's stop in here and grab ourselves a nice bite to eat. I was happy to find the places open that I did, considering this is sort of a holiday time of year, but you know what? Everything is open, people very friendly, and I'm enjoying it. Sure, I know this time of year, prices are going to be a little bit higher, hotels, flights, restaurants, everything, but I expected that, and that was just part of traveling at this time of year. And this place was wonderful. What a nice walk into the past. They had all these antiques inside the restaurant, and I ordered myself 2 items. One was this tea and honey drink that has a little bit of whiskey in it. And it was sort of a Christmas drink that they had put together for this time of year. It was delicious, very nice. A little bit of honey, a little bit of tea, and very nice. As I did get started early, I got myself some scrambled eggs with some nice local sausage, fresh baked bread, nice salad on the side. What a perfect meal. This came up to about $20 complete. And you know, like I said, not that bad. I don't think so. For a tourist area that this is, I don't think that's that bad a price. It's delicious, and I loved it. I'm glad that we're going over this checklist today. Before I came to Europe traveling this way, I made sure I had certain things ready to go, and I'm glad that we're covering them. I spent a couple of hours just walking around this beautiful Liberty Square. Here's another building getting renovated, ready for tourism in 2025. The cold weather, well, obviously I brought my little knit cap and gloves, and I have a thermal set of underwear underneath this clothes that I'm wearing, and that layer has been fantastic. I recommend it. I didn't want to come over and be all bundled up in layers and layers of jackets. I wanted to be lighter and a little bit more free in the way that I move, and I made that possible by adding that extra underlayer of thermal underwear. That was perfect. Time for a little caffeine as I'm walking around, and LaVoie is just a wonderful little cafe, very cute. Inside was busy, so I sat outside, no problem at all. I got myself an oatmeal cookie that they had by the front register. It wasn't easy to decide what to get. Everything looked really good. I got a cafe Americano as well. Perfect. Thank you so much. Enjoy. Thank you. Relaxing outside like this, I just don't mind it at all. There's no wind. In fact, I haven't had any wind issues at all in Hungary. It's just been brisk out, about 25 degrees, relaxing outside, having myself a nice coffee like this. Might try to find myself a cigar as well. That'll be something to kind of search for later on today. And off we go to enjoy this beautiful area of Budapest. I think the Liberty Square area is a must-see zone. They have plenty of places to eat and cafes and everything, so don't worry about it. You can spend hours down here enjoying yourself. Now, this is the backside of the Parliament building, and it leads down to the start of the Danube, and that's where we're going to begin walking. This is lovely. There was kind of a mist, a foggy mist. Not too bad. It kind of looked good. How did I prepare mentally? Let's talk about that for a second. Coming here to Europe, I prepared mentally as well. I knew that there were going to be some differences, and I got ready for that before I came. I knew that I was going to be dealing with a little bit more cost. It was going to be more expensive for food and things like that than traveling through Southeast Asia, of course. And I just told myself, look, I'm on vacation too. And also the way that my system works is if I am traveling through Southeast Asia for the majority of my year, I can afford to travel through Europe through a few months like this. If you tell yourself that, you don't stress about the higher prices, like $20 meals. You don't worry about that because you realize that's just part of travel. And if you spend the majority of your year in a place where meals are $2, you can afford a couple of months in a place where meals are $20. I found this place, the International Tobaccoist. They had a few cigars, but they had these nice little cigarillos, which I like. These are hand-rolled cigars, very small, perfect for relaxing and just taking a break. Especially when I'm in an area like this with nice architecture and I like to people watch, I enjoy a nice cigar to relax. This was part of traveling through Europe. It was the mental side, to relax and to enjoy the history. That's the mental checklist. It's not just a physical checklist, making sure I had the right clothes, making sure I had my finances set up, making sure I had a VPN on my computer so that I can still log into my finances securely anywhere in the world. It's also a mental checklist as well. And that was to remember that you're out to enjoy yourself and have fun. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit more expensive than some of the places that you've traveled to. So what? That's just part of visiting the world. Places are different. The mental checklist is just as important as the rest of it. I am so glad that I made Budapest, Hungary part of this trip. What a step into the past, and lovely. And tourists from all over, I hear every language on earth being spoken. Just a perfect place to add to your European trip. You will enjoy it. I want to thank you for spending some time with me today. We got a chance to walk through the Liberty Square area here in Budapest, Hungary, and we got a chance to walk down by the beautiful Danube River. These were two areas I was really looking forward to bringing to you. What a great day. If you are interested in this lifestyle that I live, if you enjoy the idea of traveling as a minimalist this way with one backpack around the world, like and subscribe to the video and come with. If you want any information on the lightweight equipment that I travel with one backpack only. There are links in the description for the equipment that I travel with. There's also a link in the description for my new book, The Traveler and the Bard. Okay, we've got more of Hungary to see. We're just getting started. Look at this beautiful open area. Whew, I like to come down and get started early like this. Okay, we'll talk again soon. Aloha.
I was just enjoying myself in Liberty Square, minding my business, when he saw me, the mad dog of Budapest. Just look at him, a vicious animal roaming the streets.